What if one of the biggest stories surrounding the FIFA World Cup 2026 wasn't happening on the football pitch at all? What if it was unfolding behind the scenes, where luxury, global influence, and cultural power quietly collided? At first, it sounds impossible. Lisa, Louis Vuitton, FIFA World Cup 2026. Three names from completely different worlds. Yet when you follow the facts carefully, you discover a fascinating connection that reveals just how much the world has changed. And the deeper you look, the more remarkable the story becomes. For decades, the FIFA World Cup has been much more than a football tournament. It is the single biggest sporting event on the planet, watched by billions of people across every continent. Every edition creates unforgettable moments that become part of history. Legendary goals, emotional celebrations, heartbreaking defeats. But behind every historic image stands another world that most fans rarely notice. That world is built by the brands trusted to help present football's greatest prize to the world. Among those brands, few carry the same reputation as Louis Vuitton. Long before social media transformed global marketing, Louis Vuitton had already established itself as one of the world's most respected luxury houses. Its identity has always been built on craftsmanship, heritage, innovation, and timeless design. Rather than simply selling fashion, the company has spent generations creating symbols of prestige recognized almost everywhere on Earth. That reputation eventually led Louis Vuitton far beyond fashion runways. Instead of appearing only at fashion weeks and luxury events, the brand gradually became associated with some of the world's biggest cultural and sporting moments. Its signature trophy trunks became an unmistakable symbol of celebration, carrying some of the most prestigious trophies in international competition. Then came another milestone. For FIFA World Cup 2026, Louis Vuitton once again plays an official role by creating the trophy trunk that carries football's most coveted prize. Designed by the house's artisans, the trunk reflects the brand's tradition of combining craftsmanship with historic occasions. It is one of the many ways luxury and sport now intersect on the global stage. Now, here's where the story becomes especially interesting. Over the last few years, one of the most recognizable faces representing Louis Vuitton around the world has been Lisa. Millions know her as a member of BLACKPINK. Millions more know her as a solo artist who continues breaking records across music platforms. But her influence extends well beyond music. As house ambassador for Louis Vuitton, she has appeared in campaigns, attended major fashion events, and become one of the global figures associated with the house's modern identity. That doesn't mean Lisa has an official role with FIFA or the World Cup. She does not. But it does mean that one of the world's biggest entertainers represents a luxury house that is officially present at one of the world's biggest sporting events. And that simple fact says something much bigger about today's world. Not long ago, music, fashion, and football lived in separate universes. Artists focused on albums. Luxury houses focused on fashion. Sports focused on competition. Today, those worlds constantly overlap. Global brands no longer think in categories. They think in culture. That shift helps explain why Lisa's journey has attracted so much attention. She didn't become a global icon overnight. Years of performances, international tours, creative projects, and consistent professionalism helped build a reputation that reached far beyond Kpop. Her success opened doors in fashion, luxury, and entertainment, eventually leading to one of the most prestigious ambassador roles in the industry. Meanwhile, Louis Vuitton continued expanding its own presence beyond traditional luxury. Instead of limiting itself to boutiques and runway shows, the house increasingly became part of moments watched by millions, from international ceremonies to major sporting events. Every appearance reinforced the idea that luxury could exist alongside history in the making. Halfway through the story, think about this for a moment. When the FIFA World Cup trophy appears before the final match, billions of eyes focus on a single object that represents the dream of every football nation. Before the trophy is lifted by the champions, it travels inside a handcrafted Louis Vuitton trophy trunk. Many viewers admire the moment without realizing how much craftsmanship, design, and heritage stand behind that presentation. That is the quiet power of global branding. It doesn't always demand attention. Sometimes it becomes part of history so naturally that people remember the moment long before they remember the company behind it. And this is why conversations surrounding Lisa and Louis Vuitton continue to grow. Fans aren't claiming she is part of FIFA. Instead, they recognize that she represents a luxury house trusted to participate in one of the biggest events on Earth. That relationship highlights how global influence works in the modern era. Influence today is no longer measured by album sales alone. It is measured by the institutions that choose to work with you. It is measured by the audiences you can reach. It is measured by the cultural spaces where your presence matters. Lisa's career reflects that evolution. From performing on stages around the world to representing one of France's most prestigious luxury houses, her journey demonstrates how entertainment has become deeply connected with fashion, business, and global culture. For Louis Vuitton, partnerships with landmark events reinforce decades of craftsmanship and prestige. For football, collaborations with respected luxury houses elevate the ceremonial presentation surrounding the world's most famous trophy. For fans, these connections create a broader story that stretches beyond 90 minutes on the pitch. As the countdown to FIFA World Cup 2026 continues, Louis Vuitton will once again stand before billions of viewers through its official trophy trunk. At the same time, Lisa remains one of the house's internationally recognized ambassadors, representing the brand in fashion and culture around the world. These are separate roles, but together they illustrate how interconnected today's global landscape has become. A superstar from Thailand. A historic French luxury house. The world's biggest football tournament. Each represents a different industry. Yet all three become part of the same global conversation. Not because they share the same job, but because they share the same stage of worldwide attention. That is the era we live in today, where music inspires fashion, fashion becomes part of sport, and global culture connects audiences in ways that would have seemed impossible only a generation ago. And as FIFA World Cup 2026 unfolds, millions of people will witness those connections, whether they realize it or not. If you enjoyed discovering the story behind this unique intersection of music, luxury, and football, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and tell us your thoughts in the comments. Do you think collaborations between luxury brands and global sporting events will become even more influential in the future? We'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story. Perhaps the biggest lesson from this story is that influence is no longer confined to a single industry. BLACKPINK's Lisa continues to shape conversations not only through music, but also through her role as house ambassador for Louis Vuitton, one of the world's most prestigious luxury brands. As Louis Vuitton takes part in the FIFA World Cup 2026 through its official trophy trunk and licensed collaborations, the connection highlights how entertainment, luxury, and global sporting events increasingly intersect. While these are separate official roles, together they reflect the growing cultural impact of global partnerships that bring different audiences together on the world's biggest stage.